But let's take a look at the admin side and see what it built out. Should already be logged in. Go to products. Oh, it extended our product editor a bit here. This was just a table prior. Nice. Built out a nice little product editor for us here. And some extra images that we can add in. Let's test a key feature here on this wireless charging pad and see if it actually set it up to save. Failed to save product. That is what I expected. It generally happens when you add a feature like this, that it forgets to create a route, like this one right here. We're going to pop back over here. A lot of that looks really good. New problem, new chat. Tried to edit and save a product from the admin panel, and it gave these console errors. Did you forget to make that route? Do not make changes. A lot of times when you see this 500 error, it's because the API route that it's trying to post to either never got made or it was made and named incorrectly or something like that. That's generally what that indicates. While that is thinking, let's take a look at our Gemini build. Okay. It created this landing page for us with a quiz. Let's check that out. Nice. And then it takes us to a shop page, which this doesn't extend out to. But that is a quick quiz landing page mockup that we built here. And you can just go over and copy the contents of this and save it in an HTML file and run this locally. You can post it up on a web server and send it to a client and say, hey, this is our first mockup of this landing quiz that we're trying to build for your ad campaign, for example, and do that in just a matter of a couple minutes here. You know, we gave that one prompt and we had a nice little quiz layout here that we could run ads to. So that is something that I've been, since Tony, you brought up Gemini here. It's one of the cool things I've been getting Gemini to do for me lately. Find it very useful in the quick iteration space. Or you can take this and give this code, because it's code, so it's easier to reference. You can give this code to Replit or to Bolt or something like that and say, hey, we need to build out maybe a React version of this so it's a little bit more dynamic, and it can extend on this a lot easier than just a screenshot. Goes well with a PRD. A lot of uses for this little prompt that you can use here in Gemini. Let's take a look at our issues over here. Hey, it says the route exists. It's trying to start it again, but we have that already over here, so we can just copy these logs since it wants to see those. I do see an error up here that there might be a type error right there. Okay. So it had a counting problem, it appears. Supposed to send 20 parameters and it sent 19 of them. It's going to add a little bit of logging. It's adding logging here right away because I have that in my global rules to add logging. Don't guess. And that tends to help with the speed a little bit. And you can edit in Windsurf. You can edit the rules up here in customizations and make a lot of different rules. Okay. Let's see if it fixed it or if the logging is going to be part of our adventure here. And this was our tested key feature. It seems to have retained it though, didn't it? Failed to save product. So a little different message. Let's take a look at all of the logs. We're going to paste this in here and we're going to go here and grab the entire adventure we just had and send that back. I wondered about this because I noticed that it saved what we had put in here already, right? Like that didn't disappear after a restart. So it is saving, it's like the confirmation message is failing. Let's test that change there. Control C to stop the server, then npm run dev to reload. Pop back over here and try to edit this again. We're going to add another key feature just for fun. And that's saved. Very nice. We have a view. Hey, those key features are showing up. So we can add in content to this section pretty easily, which is really nice. Let's say some other things and see how this field extends. Let's actually make that longer. See what happens with longer text, see if we break our layout or not. Great. So it seems that we have a functional little product page here. You can add things to cart. You can add a bunch of them to the cart. Get a lot of wireless charging pads. All right, so that is built and ready to roll. Let's go ahead and commit those. And then we will go back and add purchase capability here. Okay. I find that that using a screenshot like what we did, where I did a mock-up and then brought in a screenshot to make that page, just speeds that process along a whole lot rather than having to guess your way through it. Okay. We are going to take a look and query what is going on with the current purchase capability. Do not make changes. Tell me what is in place currently for being able to process orders, take payments with Stripe. Okay, we're going to check that out. In the meantime, let us go here. If we add this to a cart and proceed to checkout, we do have a checkout page. This was part of the original build. We haven't changed this or edited this since the initial prompt. And it looks like we have a billing address. And we can set the shipping to same as billing. Let's just walk through this. Okay. I'm assuming we don't have any address validation. There we go. Okay, so it just skips the payment process at the moment. And that is pretty common. I like that it gives a bookmark for your order details. It's nice and clean, easy way for people to come back and check their order details. And a button for support. So let's pop back over here while we're at it and see if that gets posted to the database. It does not. We're going to have to get that functional as well so that the orders get posted to the database. Probably storing those in local storage right now. Okay, so it sees the orders table. Okay, so Stripe is not installed. Here's cart root extra thank you page, loads order data and sends data to webhook, which is a placeholder. Okay. Which should be done next. So we have orders do not go into the database, needs to be fixed. Stripe integration incomplete and is skipped in the order in the checkout flow. What order will make the implementation go the easiest? Do not make changes. We want to do one feature at a time. We don't want to do both of them. In my opinion, the database should happen first because we need those orders going in there so we can track the whole thing and then we can add the payment capability after. It does seem that it agrees with me here. Okay. Fix the database integration. Reference how we enter product data and user data. I think it's just product data, actually. That's the only thing working. know how our process works for inserting information. Do not make other changes. I am referencing here another functionality that we have that I know works, which is inserting product information into the database. We've tested that out and it works. When you are trying to do add another database feature here, where you're trying to insert the order data in this case, it helps the AI if you point it in the right direction of one that's already functional, so it can extrapolate and it doesn't have to guess and it doesn't remake a bunch of stuff that might already be made. That's a useful prompt trick for adding anything. Look and see if you have something that's already working in that way and reference it. And if you don't have something that's working in that way, but you have in this application, but you have another application that does the thing you want to do, you can give this application the Git URL and have it unpack those files in a temp folder and look at how that's done in the other application and use that for reference for this one. You can reference something you've already built in this app and have that replicated over. It's another quick trick that you can use. Let's see here. It said it did the thing. So let's run that. I'm not running it here because I already had it running, and this running it here would just error and say the port is busy, which is a waste of everybody's time when you know that's operating currently. So we are going to go back and do our order again. I closed that because I clicked too many times in a row. Let's add a different product and proceed to checkout. Okay. And let's give this the same as billing address and pay for this. There we go. So you see the order ID isn't a fake number anymore. It seems to be pulling in the database order ID. And this would be the first one in there. So that's an indicator that might have actually worked for us. Let's refresh our orders page. They're not pulling in, but we can check the database here and see if that is in here. There's the order. The order went to the database. And now when I go to admin orders, it is not there. So we're close. I have an order in the database. Yeah, you can see that with the Postgres MCP. When I go to the order does not show. Please check and see why. Do not make changes. We're going to go back to that other conversation in a second. It's a related issue, but it is not exactly the issue we were trying to solve there. We got the orders to go into the database just fine. It's looking for the wrong env file. It'll find it. There, found the file for us. And it's going to list all the tables here for its own entertainment, and then take a look at the order. See, it found the order here in the database and can see exactly how that's structured. And then now it can compare that to the admin order page and see why it's not showing. And while that is thinking, I thought it might be fun to take this file that we created, copy these contents. I'm going to open a blank file here and save this as samplebrooklynlander.html. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and follow. And if you need help building or finishing your app, click the link in my bio to book a one-on-one Zoom call to take a look at your project.